You've be there in a minute. I may have to delay this. The door might ring. If the door rings, just making a coffee. Be back in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna begin. You know what's funny? Always the same person shows up first. Always silent, but that's okay. Could be AI, could be me. It's all right. I just have to back up something. I was working on something in a prior video. It's just something very, very small. So let me fix this back up. It was going over some words. It was basically going over some words, things in the household, very, very small realities. So, and other things they were referring to, like when you go the hands of time, they're talking about the left hand and the right hand, the big arm and the small arm. See, when they're talking about hands of time, they're also talking about the big arm and the small arm. So I'm just, what does that mean? Is the extension of the Canadian arm, how has it worked? Does it work in 3 pieces, where the last piece, let's say, would move a camera, right? You don't, well, you want to spin that camera all the way around? What strength do you need, and why would you have to? If you had a camera before it and before it and before it and a camera on each side, you wouldn't have to spin it all the way around. So it's also a little bit about the word relationship. And yeah, I thought I would have a whole lot more to say, and I seem to have lost absolutely everything I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to jump into what I can make up from now. Guess this is a video for me, and the word is re. What does the word re mean? And this is 18 plus 5. If it was ER, it would be 5 minus 18. This would be 13. This would be 23. I'm thinking if I had to create a code, okay, to tell something, to tell a story, would I create it this way? Just like as Roman numerals explains to me that the 1 before the 5 will create the 4, but I can have 1, 2, 3 after the 5 to create my 8, son of Pluto, the before and the after, right? And the reason I say after, it's because it's saying half Earth. After. And inside of this, we always have to remember what is used as silence, H and B, in reference to, in Spanish, how they, and in French, on how they exchange the B and the V, and how the B has been silenced by the V, and how the H is not even pronounced in French, and it can be as a composite or a helper if it was with G and H, looking like the F as in laugh. Well, you wouldn't write this, would you? Is that how you write golf? Golph? Or how about Golgh, golf? No, we write golf, Golf. So this is created by 44. This is created by 17. How is this created? 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. F. The crown. Coron. The crown of Ona. The crown of Ona. The crown. The corona. The angel resident of creation in Ona Luna. So now when we talk like this and we mention this right away, relationship, Hawaii. Hawaii. How are you? Hawaii. How are you? The I and I, partial representation of the you being split up. And it's me. It's all of me. Don't you recognize me? I've never left. It's just me. But now you can see me and it doesn't look like me. You don't, I'm not just a radio head anymore. Now you can picture me. I'm just on the radio. You only hear the voice. You don't see what's going on, but I'm trying to set a picture and a plan for what's going on. Hello, Micmac. I'm setting a plan for what's going on because you've never seen me before. You don't know what I look like. I'm just another voice, just like your voice. The question is, he don't sound like he comes from here. He sounds like European or French or something like that. It must be an alien voice. Oh my God, his skin color is different. Was he also born on the 6th day with the animals? The 7th day was for rest, pushing you out of the womb. setting everything up, a crib to lay his nest. They let the bird out of the cage. Why all the opposites? Why all the opposites? Why do we need all these opposites? You know, the polarity is the reason why. How do you base anything without going to the highest point of ecstasy? And then from the ecstasy, see how it branches out and it loses or gains its echo. Have you ever seen the opening? It goes into an opening as the water's funneling all the way down and having trouble. It's not going that fast. But if you made a big opening, it would just go splash. So we're looking at the cone. And again, it comes from that. That's the cone. Going in through one angle and coming out opened up. How does your little voice come in here and then echo properly? Round and round, or whichever way as it gets flushed out through here. And why should it be round? Does my voice sound round? Do I sort of have more than one vibration for each letter as I'm banging them together as they're coming out of the geometric shape? Bound to this aether that lets you have the ability and lets me have the ability to send my vibration over to you of how my mind speaks in the language of the alphabet. How would you call that language? The ABCs, Michael Jackson 5, because it's all about Jack and 5, plugging it all together. ABC is Jack. ABC with A and C being D. And once you add D to ABC, it gets to be the 10th number. The 10th letter is J, starting with the first letter and the third letter, which is A and C, created, which is the B now because it's two worlds, 1 and 1 comes together. 1 and 1 is 2, and the 11th letter is K. You have Jack. Jack. Number 25, Earth's heart, creating Q, the gateway. The gateway in QRS. Where can we go back to where I was? Yes, there was somehow, whether it's true or not, let's look at this scenario. Losing the translation by throwing the torsion paper out the door. You know, we have to use the natural things. Where did you go? I went to the kitchen. What did you do? I opened up the door. What door did you open up? It was to the countertop. It was to the fridge. It was to the oven. What door was it? The countertops, the fridge, or the oven? What did you do in the oven and the fridge? What did you do in the counters? What did you get? What time of night was it? You know you shouldn't be eating this late. Oh, it's early in the morning. You're getting eggs. So I went to the kitchen. I had pots and pans, and all of a sudden I opened the drawer. Was it a big drawer or a small drawer? Because if it's a small drawer, you'll think there's knives and forks and little things. I mean, you open the big drawer, or you open the cupboard drawer. What'd you do? Oh, I opened the cupboard. That's where the pots and pans are. But I opened the drawer, and that's where your knives and certain utensils are, etc. Whether you went to the upper pantry or the lower pantry, there's a lot going on in the kitchen. You know, everything's got to stay classified. You know, who are we in the kitchen? Yes, the kitchen and the laundry room. The laundry room is often with the bathroom. All has to do with getting something clean. Get in there, make everything clean, you know. So you get in there a little dirty, you throw your dirty stuff on the laundry, and you have to keep the washing machine clean because it comes out of the dryer, which is next to the washing machine. So before you finish washing your clothes, wash the machines, then you can move your clothes over, because, you know, we have to understand the rotation, right? Like in cleaning clothes, you put it in the, and you know what's funny between the washer and the dryer is, in the washer, you can go hot and cold. And usually in the dryer, more often than not, if you got an electric dryer, it's usually hot. You ever put the dryer on cold? Yeah, I want to dry my clothes on the cold dryer today. Like, okay, all right. Like, you think you're crazy, but there must be a reason for it. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a difference that we never do. Unless you're putting it outside and you hope Do you hope it's sunny outside when you're drying your clothes, or a nice cool breeze and let it take a little bit longer? Right? What's going to happen to the clothes? How did you wash them? With what did you wash them? How will they turn out? How will they feel after they come off the clothesline? What's in the air that is now destroying the way our clothes should come out? How fresh they used to smell, and now I'm not even sure what they smell, because I don't know that smell. I was born in the 60s. So am I lucky enough to be born early enough in this time of the area space we live in, this life I'm in, to be able to know what that smell was or is? And that's what I love about being on the farm. Because when you're on the farm and you know cows, you know what the cows that give milk, they have such a distinct smell to their poop. It smells sweet. I'm telling you, it's meat. When you pass by a dairy farm, and remember dairy, it smells it smells good. Butter smells bad when it gets hot. This stuff smells good. But you have to stay a little bit of a distance. And the worst one is the chickens, because it's indoors. It's the chicken indoors, like ammonia. It's like ammonia. It's like I can't see. It's like the chicken. You know what? The chicken is praying to get old. Okay, the chicken wants to get inside of you as quick as it can, right? The chicken don't care. The chicken don't care, runs around, cock-a-doodle-doo, wakes you up a certain time of day. Down you go to the grocery store and you're a meat eater and you eat the chicken up and the chicken goes, wow, look at me now. I used to be a chicken. Now I got two hands. I used to have a beak. Now the chicken's got lips. Oh my God. You eat chicken last night? You eat the breast? We're going to have to do a numerology and see what the breast part of the chicken's going to tell you, because the information was in the meat. And you ate that meat, and now you got the information from the chicken you ate. So if that chicken was grown properly, the information it will get, maybe it won't know about the corrupt reality of the regular chickens. But if you were a farm-raised outdoor chicken running around and having a good time, running after all those little chickers out there, then that's the chicken you're going to get. And you're going to come out here and you're going to go, wow, why is he so smiley? I drink a lot of carrot juice. I have to make sure that Bugs Bunny's feeling okay. We need those carrots. I hope they're good carrots. Apparently, Bolthouse, I hope you're using the right carrots. I'm going to go check that carrot juice. I want to make sure it's wholesome organic carrots. I want to eat 100% wholesome organic carrots. I want to bypass that water somehow. So if I'm looking a little yellow to you, or orange. Now, if I'm looking a little orange and it's looking a little strange or not, we will now say, okay, orange, it's okay. We have a red mixing with a yellow. We now have an orange. Now, when we have a yellow mixing with a blue, we then have a green. We mix that with a red, we now have a brown. We had transformation. And on the way, they were holding some codes and secrets. I was brown, I'm 72. I'm win a big red sun. Well, if I was red, I'm 27 and I win a big red sun. Well, I'm yellow and I'm 92 and I get to be the resident angel and I get to be crowned as 11. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2, 9. How did I get 11? 27. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7. 27 red. I was thinking of something I don't remember. But it becomes 14 is the N letter and the I letter. So it becomes I-N and I. 2 equals B, N-I-B. And just when I just say it, for me, it comes out as yes, win a big red sun, Nibiru, the first 3 letters, N-I-B for Nibiru. And the I holds within itself in B, being number 29 as the birth, bringing out 2 by 9 is 18. And that's the created from bringing in the source into the angel of who we are. 18th letter R. So already to create the I, okay, and the J, that is created through the U letter. So anyways, whether or not I'm coming across properly, that it's just the son of Nibiru, created from the son of Nibiru. I want to use a 3-part word, and I want to go back to old words. Retarded. In retarded, there is the rat star. This rat star 219. This is number 39, and this is number 19. So right away, it is the spirit of the skies, of the spirit of the painted skies of Saturn. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up, whoop, what's that? What's that there? I just got a little picture of my kitty cat. Let me just move this out of the way. You see my kitty cat? I just thought that was cute. I'm doing good, McMac. How you doing? Yes, sorry, I'm just trying to keep in the zone, so I don't always look at the comments, and I'm really sorry about that. So now I think yeah, okay, I was looking for this here. Hold on. Whoop. Whoa, I hope I didn't disappear. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, it's over here. Okay. I'm going to show you this, what this is. I'm going to see if I can make it big and make it small. Move it over here, make my camera smaller. I have to make the camera smaller to see what I'm showing off. Okay, and one of the reasons I just said what I did, Saturn planet, is what happens is, what is this? 369-417-528-639-741. They're going to mean multiple things, but right now I call this the energy, the Tesla energy wheel. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see the full formation inside of here. There is another design similar to this, used just with 3 pieces of paper, cutting this in half, looking like the Star of David. Now you're creating 3 stars of David. Okay, here, connected over here. See here, connected over here. And then over here, they're all stars of David in between. You see the big star and the small star. Anyways, what I want to get to this is multiple dimensions, and this was an obligation. Now, if you ask me what is the obligation, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you from where it comes. First of all, just let me back this one up one. Okay, I'm backing it up one. I'm just erasing a few things on my because it's not going fast, and okay, let me move this over. Okay, and it stems out from, okay, we're going to go over here. Okay, now over here, okay, is 2, 5, and 8. Why is it 2, 5, and 8? Because this says 528, this is 852, this is 285. So I connected their own numbers. This is the only one that goes absolutely nowhere. It does not connect with anyone else at the 7th gate. It does not connect anyone at the 7th gate because 5 and 2 create 7 in its own. 8 and 2 creates 1. So now we'll be able to create a new design and go from 8 to 1 over here. 8 and 5 creates 13, creates 4. We'll now be able to take that 8. Let me see. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to use red. And then I am going to take 8 from here and go down here. And that's the other part of what will happen to this design. This 2 and 8 will create 7. This 2 and 5 will create 7. So we will go over here, 2 and 5, 7. At the same time, there's a 7 over here. So 2 and 5 create 7. We already went over there because it was 1. Where 2 and 5 creates 7. Okay. 2 and 5 creates 7, 285. Here's the 285 that creates a 7. It will have to run over here As well, it will have to run over here. And this one will have to run over here because 8 and 2 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So we will have to recreate this design in this manner to create this image that you see right now. Now, is there any other 2 8s? There's one over here. So this one will have to connect here. And then this one will have to connect here. And then let me see where were we? This one over here. This will have to come over here to 1. 2 and 8 is 10, creates 1. It goes over here to 1. Oh, and here it's got to go right over here. Okay, so we had to have that. So 258 to 147, 148 to 257, 148 to 257, 285 to 147. And that is basically what has to be done in that design. That is where the energy will be passed within itself. After that, there's 3, 6, and 9. Now, do we get to pass both energies at the same time? See, once we're connecting 1 and 2, 1 and 2 will automatically ignite number 3. 1 and 5 will ignite number 6, and 1 and 8 will ignite number 3. Number 6, number 4, and number 2 will ignite number 6. Number 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, will ignite number 3. 4 and 5 is 9. So this is how they work. They will create in their own 3, 6, and 9. So the empty space between here and here, they create 2 spaces of connectivity, and then the empty space between here and here. And they have 2 spaces of connectivity and the empty space between here and here, and 2 places of connectivity in the empty space here and here, because it's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 2, 8, 5 that will create the energy in between of 3, 6, 3, 6, and 9. And speaking of the 2-to-1 space of 3, 6, and 9, there's something else inside of here. There's this one over here. Now, what this one is doing, okay, is this is where 1, 4, and 7 connect to 3, 6, and 9, okay? And then we put just one singular red one in there. And the reason for that, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger if I could, okay? And the reason I connected that is because the only way to create the 7th gate with 2, 8, and 5 is having 2, 8, and 5 never moving. Every one of these set of numbers has something in specific. They're absolutely perfect in the perfect position. 1, 2, 3 are 3 separate triangles. We have to look through the design, the dimension of the design, the depth. See the way it becomes a sort of block, 2-level block. I just have to look at it longer to figure out the complete blocks. 2 eyes and a mouth, a nose. So what happens here is 1, 2, 3 are 3 separate triangles. 3, 4, and 5 are also 3 separate triangles. Okay? 3, 4, and 5 are 3 separate triangles. 4, 5, and 6 are 3 separate triangles. 5, 6, and 7 are 3 separate triangles. 6, 7, and 8 are 3 separate triangles. 7, 8, and 9 are 3 separate triangles. 8, 9, and 1, where the spirit enters, 3 separate triangles. Where do I get 9? I just took one of the numbers that were here. The center number was over here, and the 3 was over here. They should all get 3, 6, 9, but I just used one of each. And it had to be that way. The 1 had to go here. The 2 had to go here. 2, 5, 8 zone, 3, 6, 9. Now, the only thing that happens now, and we don't have it in this image, I did not connect the 3, 6, 9. 3 does not go over to 6, 9, but it goes over to 1, 4, 7 and over to 6, 3, 9. When it goes over this way, it will create 4, 1, and 7 in its own. 4 and 3, 7, 4 and 9, 13, 1 and 3, 4, 6 and 4, 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So this, with the 1, 4, 7, will reignite 4, 1, and 7 equals to QD. We've been queued. So that's that design and that reality. Now we're going to speed up to, I think this is the same design. Yeah, this is basically almost the same design, except what I did is I filled in this area space here, okay, because they were connected. So I filled in that area space, which is here. And these are the crowns. If you ever take a look in the deck of cards, the Jack has one of these inside of it. And you can also look at these as foldable. When this folds to this one, they'll close together, and this one will close the back up. I'm just assuming. They all look the same in all directions. 741 to 369. 741 to 963, but not, look at the distance. 285 is open, 285 is open, 285 is open. In the previous design, it was 369 that was open. And this is what happens when these numbers connect. This is the openings that they show. So, but here, you see here, I have them together, but here I have a separation. So I can have these together here, but I go for a separation. So every time 852 interferes, but yet here they're together, here they're together, and here they're together. But they're not together here and here. So how many times do they come together? They come together only 3 times. To 3 times 285 that is opening. So that's another design in here. This one, okay, is pretty simple. This is where 369 to 369 to 369 to 285 to 285 to 285 to 147 to 147 to 147. I don't remember what I did inside of here. I think I don't remember. We're just going to leave it out. I just want to go over one more piece. This is just a different way to look at it. See the way the ace is in between? Notice the way it reverted over here, possibly to where we invert the triangle onto the other side. Okay, it's not this one here. I need to see something. I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to... okay, I think... Okay, it's over here. Okay, I got it. Just give me a second. Very slow. It's very slow. Okay, so what this is it's showing you first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Now, just like on our keyboard, 147 in the same row, 1, 2, 3, 3 separate rows. Well, horizontal same row, vertical same row, diagonal row. So we have to understand what we're talking about. D for diagonal, the delta angle, one side or the other, separating something from the other and adding in and splicing in and opening up. If I create a gap, I can create an opening, or I can close an opening. Anyways, so you see what's happening here. So look, we're going to make this pretty simple. I'm going to take a... Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. There we go. There we go. Now what we're going to do, okay, is the first one, it's going to be absolutely a perfect triangle. Absolutely a perfect triangle. There we go. 369. Started just perfect. Now we have enclosed after we've connected 369. We have 417 and 528. And the combinations of those will create, hold on a second, let me get this out here. What will it create? One, whoop, that's a little small. One, can I write that down? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna write it down here. Anybody ever go to Chen's kit? You have a Chen kit? Okay. 1 and 2 and 5 and 8. 4 and 2 and 5 and 8. 7 and 2 and 5 and 8 equals 3 equals 6 equals 9 equals 6 equals 9 equals 3. 4 and 8 equals 12 equals 9 equals 3 equals 6. So this is what's happening. That's what happens. That's what happens when all threes come together. In the separate scenario, when you connected 6, 3 with 1, 4, 7, 5 and 2, 8 was the opening area. It was a singular opening area. Okay. The divisions of this, okay, are what are the degrees of these divisions compared to the understanding of the degrees and separations of these divisions. Did I have to connect these two together and fill this complete gap? Should I have completed that gap? Let me take a look at something. If I complete this gap because they're together and they will create 1, 4, 7 instead of separated, right? They've never come together. Let me see if I can do that. So that's what's going to happen now. Doesn't that look like when you see it a different color, it's like a fold, something got folded in, or it's a slow moving vehicle? What happens if I put the red one there? So now we have an 8 hourglass, an hourglass. So we have 3 hourglasses all running off of the main hourglass. And at the same time, you see this marking here? I'm gonna erase it after, but that marking shows me, if I get this right, whoop, no, I got to take that back. And the reason for this is I've been working on this thing called what I call the delta angle. It's part of the Pontiac. So that's one angle. Then I'm going to have to, yeah, the Pontiac cars, their sign. So, and then it would look something like that. You see the way it's now taught me? I cut the block. See, this is now on a point. It's cut the block over here. That's what that angle did. So I'm not really sure what it's supposed to continuously do. So this is how this becomes a math situation, and the creation of the Tesla energy is because exactly what you have to do is all mapped out right over here. And then all the in-between points here, 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 here. If you're going to divide 3 by this, we have to understand where 3 comes from, etc., etc. And I think I see a chat outside there. There's a little cat out there. Hey, kitty. So then there's what I like this one design. That can be split in half, and it'll be 2 right angles, right? Maybe. See that? I heard it in a show today. They say if that gets to split in half, right, you're going to have 2 angles, correct or incorrect? You're going to have one that's like this, and you're going to have one that's like that on those 2 sides. But the reality is, sorry about that. The reality is you cannot create that, okay, without understanding and creating this. This, let's not use that one. Sorry, we're going to use this one here. This, okay, can be split. They are 0.5 and 0.5. They are half and half of themselves. They are half and half of themselves. They are not whole. The rest of it is over here. So you can ask yourself many questions. If I'm walking up the ladder on this side, my out is on this side. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. So this is the first size. Okay. This is the second size. So if this was half and half, would we call it half or never use a half? And the only time you say half is when you go on the line like that. And when you go in a corner over here, what do you call it? You see, this apparently is 8. When you go on this line in between here and here, actually, in between, see, this is not the size I need. It's got to be, I got to take away all these lines. I need these blocks bigger. It's got to be placed here. And that's 17. Odds of games in roulette are telling me that. So there's more work for me to do on this. And I really like this. I'm going to go 4. And then I'm going to go like that. And what I do is I take it out the end and I just go like that and all the way back to that. And I call that the hook. It's either a hoof down here. See the animal hoof? I'm not really sure if I can... So we have the hoof, and then over here we have the hook, hoof, and nail. Don't forget, when you say nail, in French, it's a clou, which means nail. You can say it this way. It also talks about the pig's entry. So this is the first part of it, right? Right. And then where do I get the second part of it? You see, by doing this, how am I supposed to get part number 2? And don't forget the distance here. This is the short distance. So I would take the short distance and I would do this. And then I would have to come back and do this. I didn't do it as good as the other one, right? So I wouldn't be doing this area over here. I wouldn't be doing this area over here. I'd only have 2 of them, one on this side and one on this side. This one is undersetting this. So this almost tells me that is my E. Now, if it is my E, we all want to know, right? We all want to know if it is my E. Okay, we all have to remember why the I. Does anybody know why the I? And this is just not from the actuality. This is just from table talk. Because if this was the eye of the storm, the center is the eye of the storm. How does a cyclone turn around? In reality, there's a block in here. It turns around. It couldn't turn around if it was a circle. It turns around because it catches the edges of something. Anyways, I don't really know exactly what I'm saying with that. So it's maybe I shouldn't have said it at all. I'm just trying to can you hear my cat scratching at the door? I hear you. I hear you. Where are you? You want to come in? You want to come in? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. I'm coming. Let's go. Jump down. Jump down. Jump, 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 jump. Go, 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 go. I'm coming. I'm coming. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Okay. Cats in the house. So basically, that's the design. Should start same but opposite corner, the wave. Uh, see this one over here. This is the one thing I always had a little problem with, and I think I'm not sure which world and why I have the problem with this. Is that everybody thinks? I mean, I think this is a perfect triangle, and what I note is most people think this is a perfect triangle. Now, if I wasn't using square paper, I mean, I can really just measure and say, well, this is 2 inches, this is 2 inches, and this is 2 inches, and that's a perfect triangle. But I'm working with obligations. Now, in which world do we not work with the framework, okay, of the matrix, of the cobweb? When can we get away from the cobweb and just be free? Free like the air? Or do we need all these molecules in order to survive in area space? How do we stop area space from smothering us? Anyways, I was working on a work earlier, okay, that said retarded. And what the word means inside the star system. Why is it part of the rat, the resident of communication? So okay, telling me in the word tar, okay, retar, T-A-R over here, is bringing me back. Don't forget there's primary to realities. And before R existed, D existed. And to all the levels of D, we would have D, we would have H, we would have L, and we would have P. And that would be 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. The 1 time is right over here. Each level of D when D moves up. And I base that on the vibration 2, 3, and 4. 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4. And then it works in reverse. So that's why I use R18. R18, P16. This is in the 7 family. This is in the 9 family. The 147 with the 369, like it showed me in the Tesla design. So I'm trying to understand it here in the letters. DAR. And I forget, this is the delta angle resident. This is the delta angle resident. There's more to this. This doesn't say very much. The rat or the trap is always reminding me as part of I don't know which way you want to use it, but it's the half-life, and it's part of Saturn. We also want to look at, I looked at this before, there will always be 1 letter back running with V, Roman numerals, as 3 letters forward or 3 numbers forward, running forward with the number 5, V for life, 1 less than and 3 more than. We spoke about this before. That's the thing about Jesus nailed to the to the cross. The nail representing the single antenna world, Ham. Okay, he was between 2 thieves. Okay, E-I-F. Time heaven, ham radio. 2 between 1, and the 2 thieves are Phobos. I'd like to know the names of those 2 thieves, and Demas. And the ham radio is Luna, okay, which is Earth Moon. Demas and Phobos are the Hilts moons, which is actually, in short, Heinz, but they're the Hilts moons. I don't know why it has to be like that, but that's what it is. We did that. I don't know if I had anything else in my design here. If I forgot anything. We have one circle. How many circles did we have to make? And did we make all the circles for all the circles to be on top of each other? I have an in-between circle between this circle and this circle. And I have an in-between circle from this circle and this circle. I have the center circle. If I would put another circle in the center here, would it change or ruin anything? See, I'm assuming that I did this correctly, or should I have moved this circle here back? If I moved it back, I would never meet it at the center. I could never meet this circle and this circle without meeting it at the center, the obligation. Now, this circle over here and this circle over here, they also met at the center by obligation. And this circle here and this circle here also meet at the center. So by everything moving by obligation, I get the 4 eye openings and the 2 greater eyes of this entire design. So how many circles? There are 3, 6, 7 circles. So now what happens if I would create another circle here? What would happen? What would happen? Where's that? I need a circle to create a circle, and I don't know where my circles are. I got all those circles. Those tubes. Where's my circles? I got a circle over there. That's where I got the circle from. I'm just going to do it very lightly to see what shows up. So if I'm going to make another circle, hold on. Okay, if I'm going to make a circle, no, I'm going to do this properly. I'm going to do this properly. Just give me a second. Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Let's do this properly. Okay, put that here, and just 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to scan. Start, scan. I'm trying to start and scan it. Hold on a second. Okay, I can't get it done. This is taking too long. I don't want anybody to wait. Okay, I'll just do it on my own. I didn't want to do this. Okay. Anyways, just a photocopy and it can be redone again. So the circle, wow, I didn't want to do it this way. I really didn't. Give me a second. I will definitely find the circle somewhere. Just 1 second, 1 second. Anyways, it's my video, right? So, wow, I can't believe I can't find the circle. This is too small. Is this the same size? Oh my God, I got something. I got something. I got something. Okay, I got something. Okay. Okay, now I understand it a little bit better. I understand that a little bit better. There were 7 before. Now I have 9. I do not need this one or this one in the center. I have my 4 eyes to look out for me. I am the one in the center of both sides of 3 and 3, which is also represented right over here as 3 and 3, H and I. In one instance, you won't need that one in the center. You'll use these two and have 8. Or you'll use the one in the center and you won't use these two and you'll have 7. And that is your gateway in. You can't have both. You can't be in the middle and on both sides, but you are in the center and getting from both sides. You don't need these, in which this bubble, we have to understand. I have to remove this one now and understand how this bubble interacts with these bubbles over here. And there are eyes in here. There's a lot of things going on that I can't explain. I see a ton of things. I don't know what they are. And should start same opposition corner fractal. Show me, show me. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for letting me present to you